Gulliver's Travel. Chapter 1. My Arrival in a Strange Land. I was for some years a physician in London, but my business had begun to fail. So having contracted with my wife, I decided to go to sea. On May 4th, 1699, I said goodbye to my family and set sail from Bristol as a ship's doctor bound for the North Seas. All went well for the first few weeks. Then there was a bad storm and the ship was wrecked. 6 of the crew, of whom I was one, got into a little boat and began to row to an island nearby. Suddenly a huge wave upset the boat, and all the other men were lost. Only I, Lemuel Gulliver, was left. I swam as long as I could, and at last, just as I could swim no more, my feet touched the bottom. I waded through the water to the shore, where there was no sign of houses or people. I walked about half a mile farther, but still saw no one. Tired out, I lay down on the short, soft grass and went to sleep. When I woke up, it was daylight. I lay still for a moment, wondering where I was, then tried to get up. I could not move my arms or my legs or my head. I was tied to the ground. There was a buzzing noise near me, but I could not see what was making it. Suddenly I felt something moving on my left leg. It walked at me and stopped close by my chin. I looked down as well as I could, for my hair was tied to the ground, and saw a tiny man, less than 6 inches high, with a bow and arrow in his hand. Then many more of these little men started to run all over me. I was so surprised that I roared loudly. They ran back in fright and fell over one another trying to get away. I found out later that some of them had hurt themselves when they fell from my chest. I managed to break the strings that tied my left arm to the ground and pulled some of my hair loose so that I could move my head. This made the little men even more afraid, and they shot arrows at me. Some fell on my hands and some on my face, pricking me like needles and making my skin sore wherever they landed. The little men stood around at a distance, watching me. After a while, when they saw that I was not going to hurt them, they cut some of the strings that bound me. This at least allowed me to move my head more freely. Now I could see that they had built a little platform beside my head so that they could talk to me. A well-dressed gentleman climbed up and began to speak to me. He spoke for some time, but I could not understand him, and I began to grow hungry. I pointed to my mouth and pretended to chew. He seemed to understand and at once sent men to bring me food and drink. Ladders were put against my sides, and over 100 of the little men climbed up, bringing baskets of meat and bread. Each piece of meat was the size of one small piece of my mince, so I had to keep asking for more. The loaves were so tiny that I ate 3 at a time. I drank a whole barrel of their wine at a gulp, which was not difficult to do, as the barrel held hardly half a pint. They kept looking at each other as if they could not believe it was possible to drink so much. But they bought me some more wine, which I drank as well. I made signs to let them know I would not try to escape, and they loosened the strings so that I could turn on my side. They also put some